Hello, it's Chariot Tarot here, and I've got a reading for Anne. She wants a year ahead reading. I've been getting a lot of year ahead readings lately, and I've come to find that the Night Sun Tarot is kind of the perfect deck for a year ahead. It's a little bit of a cautionary deck. It's a little more pointed. It's not all unicorns and rainbows. Some of the meanings on the cards aren't the same as your standard Rider-Waite. They're a little different. Some of them, there's not much description at all, but they kind of force you to use your intuition, and I like that. They've been quite helpful in helping me develop my intuition and building on my knowledge of tarot. It's always a learning process. And I like to throw on a dragon card with this deck because sometimes it needs a little softening. I don't think this particular reading needed that, but we're going to dive right in here. And what I've got here, I see two tens, and I've got a 10 of swords and a 10 of wands. Now, these indicate to me the kind of the end of a cycle. And the cycle that's ending is the Four of Swords. And in this deck, the Four of Swords, in a Rider-Waite deck, it's kind of stability and rest and relaxation. It's very similar. And in this deck, it's exiting a period of withdrawal and isolation. In the Rider-Waite, it's a little more rest and thinking, but in this deck, it's more exiting out of a period of being isolated emotionally, mentally, just physically withdrawn from everybody. Now, I see the tens here as the end of this particular cycle that's exemplified in the Four of Swords here. I've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Now, what I think is going on here is that Anne is going to be leaving this period of isolation. She's got a period of intense work coming up, and I think that's also exemplified here by the wands, because the wands are right next to the Seven of Pentacles card. And I think that she's going to be putting a lot of work in her chosen profession, whatever that may be, and that the end result is that people are going to see that she's put in this work. She's no longer isolating herself. She's really chugging along and doing a good job at her work, and she's going to be recognized for her professionalism and probably in line to make a little bit of money. People are going to be, noticing how good she does. Now, in this card here, which I like to use the dragon cards for kind of softening up sometimes the Night Sun Tarot, which can be kind of harsh from time to time. Not in this particular reading, but this card, this dragon card here, basically is like, don't be afraid to be proud of your work. And I think it fits right along in with the general arc of this. You're leaving your isolation period. You're going into a period of intense work, and you may have suffered some injury, some pain, some things that weren't so great, but you're coming out of that period. The two tens here indicate the end of the cycle, and your year ahead is going to be quite successful due to the work you've put in, and I think it's going to be an overall good year. People are going to really notice how well you've been doing, and I think you might even make a little bit of money. I think it's going to be a good year ahead for you. And this has been Chariot Tarot. If you'd like a free reading, please go to the About section of this channel. Just read up that little section there, shoot me an email with your question and a name you'd like to use and a location, and I'll get your reading up on the channel as quickly as possible. Thank you.